Sup YouTube, Born in Asphodel Meadow here once again, and I swear, I'm having a good day. Every day that The Amazing Believer makes a video is a good day for me, because it gives me entertainment for hours, really. Like, I'll be thinking about this later tonight, I know I will. I'll just be like, damn! But anyway, he made a video, it's called The Decline and Fall of Christian America. And it's about an article he read in Newsweek, so we're going to listen in, okay? I'll fast forward to the good parts, just because it's a long-ass video. Here we go. Ready?
Rick Warren, the pastor who spoke at Obama's inauguration, he's abandoned his battle against gay marriage.
Whoop-de-freaking-do. What's the deal? Why is it such a bad thing to give up a crusade against a legitimate group of people who don't deserve to be discriminated against? I mean, there are plenty of priests and churches that have given up their fight on gay marriage and have accepted gay people. Some people have even become gay and continued their fight on gay marriage. Ted Haggard. But anyway, here we go. But anyway...
He's abandoned this battle against it. He thinks that we are to befriend homosexuals, which I have no problem with that. Jesus hung out with the adulterers, with the fornicators and all that. But he preached out against their sins.
Jesus sounds like a real jerk to me. Like, if let's just say I'm gay, okay? And I hang out with a bunch of gay people because they're cool, right? And then Jesus comes to hang out with us, and we're like, oh, hey, Jesus, how's it going, right? And he's like, hey guys, mind if I share with you? Oh yeah, sure, you're Jesus, no problem, right? And then every 5 minutes, Jesus fucking goes, by the way, what you're doing, it's a sin, you shouldn't do it. That would be so fucking irritating. I wouldn't want to hang out with him.
People so that he could be an example to them, and they might turn to God.
Yeah, because, a long-haired guy who always dressed in robes and was preaching love everywhere he went, that's the kind of guy who would convert people to be heterosexual.
Accepting that so that they don't have to sit on the fence between this debate.
Basically what he's saying here, more and more people are accepting theistic evolution and the scientific reasonings for things, even with a biblical taint to them. Sorry, tint. Because they think that it's better to sit on the side of on the fence of the debates. I wouldn't want to sit on the God side entirely because science could be right. I don't want to sit on the science side entirely because God could be right. He obviously has no room in his mind for people who accept the scientific explanations for the universe because they make sense. No, that's just ridiculous. Things that make sense and have proof. God, why would you want to bother yourself with such quaint, useless facts?
The church is also full of hypocrisy.
Wow. Really? Don't tease me. Really? It's full of hypocrisy? Is it?
Prayer is not effective if you don't go out and do things.
You heard it. Prayer is not effective if you don't go out and do things. Let's do some math. Doesn't that sound like a good idea? You know what I think we should do? We should do some fucking math. Okay, here we go. I have it written out, okay? We'll do some basic algebra from a Christian perspective, okay? Here it is. Can you see it? Okay. Prayer plus 0 equals 0. Prayer plus 1 equals 1. Now, I want you guys to solve for the value of prayer. Can you figure it out? It's 0. Prayer doesn't do anything. Someone who only prays will get nothing done. Someone who prays and who does stuff will get stuff done equal to how much they do. Prayer does literally nothing. Why would you bother? It seems like the most ridiculous thing. Let's all sit around with our hands clasped talking to a guy who might not be there and who most definitely does not answer when we talk. And let's hope that accomplishes something. What the fuck?
When the church first began, with Paul and John and Peter and all them, they preached out against things that they were against. And that's how they got their beliefs out there.
That makes sense, right?
That's why the Romans fed them to lions.
Problem solved, isn't it? I think he's onto something here. I think more Christians should be following their beliefs if it means more people will get fed to lions.
Well, if we would stand up, we could say that. But no one's doing that. How many Christians do you know of here on YouTube? let's see, there's me, there's Jesus Freak, there's Venom Fang X, there's NK 1994, the Truth Group, Divine Rhyme, and there's about maybe 10 other main ones at most. Yet, there's what, 50, 100 atheists?
Yeah, it's because atheists are more entertaining to watch. You know, people with a variety of opinions and different conflicting opinions about the way the world works who aren't all bound by a single doctrinal belief. Those are the people who are entertaining to watch. People who always spout the same shit over and over again at the same rehashed arguments. Those people are not entertaining to watch.
Now, false doctrines are being preached more and more in
Yeah, this is apparent from watching this video.
the world. People are interpreting Scripture wrong, and they're preaching these false messages. Examples of this would be Jehovah's Witnesses, Mormons, and some forms of Catholicism. I'm not going to go as far to say that all forms of Catholicism are unscriptural, but many forms of it are.
This is kind of funny. He's got no evidence to suggest that Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses or any other doctrine of Christianity or religion or belief system in general are less or more valid than his. The only thing that determines whether or not they're valid is if they're scriptural. Does it accord with the Bible? Yes, then it's correct. If it doesn't accord with the Bible, then it's incorrect. And it's impossible that the Bible is fallible in itself. No. That's just ridiculous.
And I don't have any problem with Pentecostals, apostolics, anything like that. I'm a Baptist, but I don't...
There's another interesting thing. You're a Baptist. I assume your parents are Baptist. Why the hell do you, having such a great awareness of all Christian doctrines, choose baptism? What does it have that other ones don't have? Why do you think that that one is correct when all the other ones aren't? And isn't it a coincidence that you just happen to be born in the right one?
Jehovah's Witnesses and Mormons and forms of Catholicism, I have a problem with. They're preaching a doctrine that is not scriptural.
And you're preaching a doctrine that's not true.
But I know maybe 10 people who I can call true devoted Christians who pray all the time and go to church all the time and read their Bible. While I know many people who profess to be a Christian, but then you see them blaspheming God and lying and stealing and cheating and everything.
Okay, I get what you're saying about how a lot of Christians, you know, sin and then call themselves Christian. I agree that's hypocritical, but that's all inherent in religion, isn't it? But you say, 10 people who are true devoted Christians, and you list the things that make them true devoted Christians. They pray constantly, which is a huge occupation of time. They read their Bible, which hasn't changed recently as far as I know, which is therefore not a productive use of time. And they go to church, which is a weekly occupation thing. They don't do anything productive now, do they? No. The best Christians out there are the ones who sit around and pretend they're doing something, according to you. The ones who don't go to church all the time, but who spend their time volunteering at homeless shelters and helping the sick, they're not real Christians. Screw them. They're going to hell. Fuck them.
Earlier that there's hypocrisy in the church. Many of that hypocrisy is teenagers.
Many of that hypocrisy is teenagers. Many of them.
They're not preaching that sin is going to be accounted for.
If I was a Christian and I had to choose between sin and God, it would be a really tough call. On the one hand, you have a threat that could just as easily be idle because you have no proof that it's going to be enacted. And on the other hand, you have hedonistic, instantaneous gratification fun. It's really, really tough to ignore that hand, isn't it? It's a hard one. And I personally have chosen to indulge in it.
They think it means all you have to do is believe in Christ. That's not how it is. If I believe in a judge and I've committed crimes, that's not going to save me. Judge, I believe in you. Well, you're still going to jail. I don't care.
Yeah, you're right. Except that in this case, the judge may not be there.
If we're Christians, we need to stand up for the issues that we want to preach out against. Abortion, same-sex marriage, immorality in teenagers.
We need to stand up for what we believe in as Christians. We have to oppose people who have different beliefs than us. We have to shun and punish people who don't obey the laws that we set forth. We have to make sure that those who sin against our laws are swiftly punished, even though they will surely be punished in the afterlife. We have to discourage subjective morality. We have to impose our beliefs on everyone to make sure everyone keeps the same moral rules as us. Because without that, what's the point in trying to control everything? My name is Born in Asphodel Meadow, and that was my fucking video. Subscribe to me, and I promise I'll give you the antidote.